Hello everybody and welcome to Civ House. I'm Rob and we do have an update for Civilization 7 finally after such a long time of no real communication from the Civ team. I know they've been on the back end working. We've had unfortunately layoffs and things like that. I'm sure that has set things back at least a little bit, but we are finally getting an update and I'm excited to go over at least the beginning portion of it. This little post right here in front of me. We're going to talk about this, and I have some just generally bigger thoughts as well coming with this one. But before we dive any deeper, as always, make sure you guys like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any of the great Civilization content we have coming out here, especially new stuff. We like to get to that as quickly as we possibly can. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, as always. What I will start with is this is not exactly the update that I was expecting. You know, Lakshmi Bai should be coming out here soon. I mean, they said September. We are 8 days away from the end of September, and they're saying that update 1.2.5 is loading. It's going to be coming. It's going to be live next week, so a week from today. And they still have not announced when the last part of Right to Rule has come out. We have not gotten anything on a roadmap. Last week, there were people on Reddit who were saying that there was an update coming last week, that they had done the video according to, the devs or somebody on Discord. I will cover another video if they happen to put one out. I waited a little bit of time. I also was finishing up. I do a Cincinnati Reds thing for the Game House podcast for the Game House as well. If you happen to be a Reds fan, Reds Rundown on YouTube and Spotify and Apple Podcasts, I think, all those places. But so that's why I have this hat on. But I wanted to get to this, and I thought that they would release it with a video. I've not found one yet, so I do apologize again. If it does come out, then I will do another video without a doubt. But here's what we got so far: new maps and improved map generation. They're going to be bringing continents and islands, which is one of my favorites. I really, really love that map, so I'm glad that they're bringing that out there. And Pangea and Islands, which is absolutely massive for us. Pangea has always been one of my favorites as well, and I know for you guys probably as well. They're crafted with a new map generation technique for natural coastlines, varied land masses, and less predictable islands. Yay! Something that we have all really wanted. I'm going to roundabout to new maps here in a second as well. Napoleon is finally getting overhauled. Thank God, because he has been awful. Both versions of him. Just terrible. So let's see what they got here. Napoleon has been overhauled as emperor. His continental system now offers more options and bigger rewards, making diplomacy a stronger tool. Good. I guess we'll see when the actual full notes come out next week. As revolutionary, he gains culture from combat and a boost the first time war is declared on him in each age. That could be interesting. I could see that one being more interesting. I will have to wait until we see the extra bits, but I'm glad that they're finally tackling this because Napoleon should be a leader that a lot of people want to play. He's a very big figure from history. It is shocking to me, really and truly shocking to me, that he is not, really playable, in my opinion, unless you just don't like winning. I don't know what else to say. New themed cities. This is our city-states. This is always good. Writing 2 new city types, expansionist and diplomatic. How is expansionist going to work? Okay. Each with unique suzerain bonuses and improvements for every age. Expansionist cities, I should have just read further, Rob, come on. They boost growth and settlements. Oh, they help your settlement limits. Potentially. That's what it sounds like to me. That's actually pretty cool. And then diplomatic city-states focus on happiness and diplomacy. Okay. And more. So let's dive into this here. Let's start with maps. Again, really good additions. What I worry about with Pangea is how in the world is the exploration age going to work if it's all one landmass? I know they'll have islands too, but these must be some pretty freaking big islands. I don't really know how that's going to work. And is it going to be that everybody starts there, or are there? I'm very confused how it is going to work with the ages. I'm sure they have figured that out. That's why they are putting it in the game now, but I am a little concerned with how well that's going to work with everything. I will have to jump into a game next week and try that because I'm very intrigued. I'm sure they'll have it in the notes as well, but my brain here is kind of like, how best are they going to make this work if Pangea is all one thing? I don't know. Maybe it's like you can't go past a certain area for some reason. You know, it's I got Pokemon in the brain. We're getting ready for the next game to come out. You know, maybe it's like when you go to a certain place and they block it with a Snorlax or something like that, right? You just can't go past this line, and that's it, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's like a huge mountain range or something like that that conveniently gets destroyed between Antiquity and Exploration. I don't know. You guys will have to let me know what your thoughts on it. Maybe I'm missing something fairly obvious. The other part, Napoleon, again, he needed it incredibly badly. I don't need to go into much on that. If you don't think he needs it for some reason, let me know. The last one is the new city states. I think that's awesome. You know, for somebody like myself who plays Expansionist pretty regularly, this is going to be great. These will be a priority for me. If I find that city state, I will try to suzerain them almost indefinitely, even more than some other things, if I can get my city or my settlement limits even higher. So that's huge in my opinion, and it would even make it better because then you don't necessarily have to conquer them or you don't have to make them a part of your empire because that suzerain bonus would be worth kind of keeping, right? Instead, you know, if you need those settlement limits. So really, really, really cool addition there in my opinion. And then the diplomatic one's great too. I think influence is vastly underrated. I think that this is, again, getting us ready for a kind of diplomacy overhaul that will be coming later with the game. All of this is great. Here's the thing, though. We are nearing October. And they did not release a video with this one, which is strange to me. So there are two different options in my mind. It is either A, that they are going to release a really long video that's going to give us city-state stuff and roadmap stuff, excuse me, and they just wanted to get this stuff out there to kind of get people hyped. Like, this is the beginning before they start showing us more either later today or Tuesday or Thursday, I would think, was probably the time to kind of get us ready for next week and maybe next month and beyond, right? Either that or maybe those cuts and everything hurt them a little bit more than we thought. And, you know, maybe that person was lying about the video that's on the Discord, although I think somebody even said in the comments that they had also seen this in the video. I don't know, but I am not worried about where this is going right now. This is a great update. I really do think so, and I'm excited to see what else that they have in this update already. I think this is a solid change, especially for, like, you know, just kind of a middle of the year-ish type of update, you know, later on in the game type of update, especially rebalancing leaders and civs, I think is a really important part of this game to keep, you know, everything kind of fun and fair, especially with all the different things that we have going on now, you know, with the game, with them being split. But I just worry a little bit that, you know, maybe they overpromised in terms of what's going to be coming with this roadmap, or if we're even going to get one, right? If it's just going to be from here on out, it's just monthly updates. I just really want a freaking roadmap, guys. I know you do too. We want to know what is coming out with this game. There are a lot of really good games coming out, right? And when you are making a game, you are vying for people's time. Right, that's the thing, and especially a live service type game like Civilization 7. I have no doubt that the expansions and stuff are going to be worth it. I have no doubt that they probably feel similar to how the Pal World guy came out and he was like, it's okay if you put our game down for a little while and go play other games, and then just come back when we have new content, right? Like, I think that's fine with Civilization 7. I really do believe in this game. I believe in the devs. I think they've got something cooking. I'm just, like, we're kind of getting up to that point now where you would think that they would release some more stuff than just this. I could be wrong. I really could be wrong, and maybe this is just the way it's going to go. We have to temper our expectations. That's how it is. But I truly believe in my heart of hearts that there is a good bit more coming. So I hope that you guys feel the same way. You know, you will need to just let me know. I will respond to you as soon as I can. We've got a lot going on over here at Game House and at Civ House specifically. But, you know, updates are good. We'll go through more of it as we hear more about it. Again, I think this is the makings already of a really solid update personally, and it gets me excited because I love Continents and Islands, and I love Pangaean Islands. Two of my all-time favorite map types. Coming out next week is going to be great. I may even try to get a Napoleon game in there and kind of see how things go. But again, as always, we want to hear from you guys. Let me know what you are thinking. But that is going to wrap it up for us on this one. So from our house to yours, thanks for watching, and we hope you'll join us for one more turn.